Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, coming back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler platter video series because I really want to work over there. Try food and drink items, the stuff I drink, stuff that I talk about, the stuff, folks, I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious crap that I'm going to go over there, I'm going to put in the old mouth hole right here, and then I'm going to go over there and spew out words and stuff to describe the things. That's what I do in the show. Whilst I'm doing so, got a Peter Can Thunderbolt poster, crappy old ladder, some Marvel figures up there, there's a mask over there. And on top of that, I'm wearing a cool shirt. Which cool shirt am I wearing today, folks? Boom! Still rocking the Mudvayne shirt. If you're not familiar with Mudvayne, for all intents and purposes, I'm going to refer to them as a nu metal band. Some people would argue that they're not. I'm not going to argue one way or another. They just kind of fall within a pseudo-similar category. But they do some cool stuff. They're do-do-doom. It's a good time. It's a good time. I was fortunate enough to see them perform with Rob Zombie, Static X, and Power Man 5000 a few weeks ago at the time that I'm filming this. So, anyway, folks, you don't care about that. What am I going to try for y'all today? Well, this is an interesting one because typically when I go into these reviews, I'm going in at least semi-blind. Like, a lot of times I'm just trying stuff because that's part of the reason why I do the show. I want to try things. That's just the person that I am. In this case, I've had it before. But I don't think I've had it in probably a decade or so. Because today, folks, we're trying, boom, Mountain Dew White Out. I will be entirely honest. I honestly didn't think that they still had this readily available. Because I just hadn't seen it in quite a while. I remember, it's been a long time, I remember when this first came out, because this was years and years ago now, and Mountain Dew decided that they were going to do wacky fan-suggested flavors, right? And they had a whole range of flavors, and they did it like 2 years in a row. And White Out was the winner of one of those. I believe, it's been a long time, I think there was like a fruit punch one, and then there was like maybe like a sour apple one or something like that were in the same batch as this one, and I liked both of those better than this. Which is part of the reason why I haven't had it in like a decade. Because I've never liked White Out. I've always felt that it's not a weak flavor in terms of, Mountain Dew, and by the way, I've done plenty of Mountain Dew stuff, so if you're interested, just sampler platter, Mountain Dew, MTN DEW is typically how I write it. If you're interested, and I've done Flamin' Hot, I've done Maui Burst, all of the Baja Blast stuff. I've just been doing it, folks, plus the exclusive ones, so give it a go. I think I have a playlist, I want to say, called Mountain Dew Madness. Maybe. So anyway, when it comes to White Out, I've just never liked it. I've always felt that it just wasn't a very good flavor for me. And I distinctly remember the last time I had it. I was working at a gas station, which I did for about 7 years. Not the best decision I've ever made, though not the worst. And I got bored one night, and I decided that I was going to go over there and mix my least favorite Mountain Dew, White Out, with my favorite Mountain Dew, Code Black. Because white and black, yin and yang, that's the nature of the universe, folks. And I thought for sure, if I mix these two things together, it will make a delicious drink, and I will be hailed as a hero for all time. It wasn't, and I wasn't. At least not yet. Give it some time, folks. So, that was it. After that, I was done with White Out. And then randomly as fuck, I was thinking about it not too long ago. I'm like, man, I haven't seen White Out in a long time. They don't carry it at the gas station where I live, but I hopped over to this one that I don't usually go to, and sure enough, they had it. And I figured, all right, I guess. It's not exactly me going in blind, but I'd be damned if I could tell you exactly. I know it's citrus, but... So I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to see how it goes. Because why not, folks? Boats and hoes. Just to make it rhyme. It's slightly out of date to make it all the best. Oh, it's only like 2 days, though. That's fine. The only thing is, though, how long did it have to be in that gas station for it to go out of date? It takes a while for Mountain Dew to go out of date. It's like months worth of time. And let's be honest, Mountain Dew never really goes out of date. It's nothing but chemicals and sugar. It smells better than I remember. It almost reminds me a little bit of Italian Ice. By the way, I really miss Mountain Dew Ice. Mountain Dew Ice, if you're not familiar, if they ever bring that shit, I will definitely do a video on it. I also miss Mountain Dew Pitch Black, but hopefully they're bringing that back. I heard they renewed the trademark recently. Mountain Dew Ice was basically Mountain Dew Sprite. And despite people being like, brr, 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 it's just a lemon lime soda, it was Mountain Dew lemon lime soda. It was good. I liked it, and I'm sad it's gone. Bring it back, Mountain Dew. All right, let's go. All right. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not as bad as I remembered. In my head, I really did not like this stuff. Like, I actively would avoid it. Uh, as is, it's not terrible. It's kind of a heavy tasting Mountain Dew. Like, it's smooth citrus flavor, but it doesn't taste that smooth to me. Like, it is a smooth drink. Like, some Mountain Dews, especially, have kind of a heaviness to them. This definitely falls into that category. It's honestly very okay. It's it's not, like I said, it's nowhere near as bad as I was expecting. Um, it's the thing is, like, I'm struggling to kind of remember, like, why I felt so reviled by it at the time. Now, the easy answer could be that subsequently in the decades since I've, had it, I now work in industrial sector. It's entirely possible that my taste buds and everything have just eroded over time. I should be okay, honestly. I think. But yeah, it's not actually half bad. Maybe it's just the Mountain Dew Ice fan in me. I want it to have like a lemony flavor. Like, I really want this to taste basically like an Italian Ice. Italian Ice is wonderful, by the way. If you've never had it, it's a magical thing. I had it for the first time recently, like just a few days ago, actually, over the weekend. Probably since I was a kid. So, love that stuff. I don't need to have more of it, but it was good, and I really liked having it again. Um, I will say I'm not huge on the aftertaste. You almost get kind of a lemony aftertaste, which isn't. It's not bad. I like that aspect of it. But it's very brief, and then it almost has like a little bit of a sweet bitterness, which I'm not super big on. Maybe that's what I didn't like about it. Because otherwise, while it's definitely not my favorite Mountain Dew, yeah, it's not my favorite Mountain Dew, but I'm not offended by it the way that I thought I was beforehand. It's perfectly okay. It's not a Mountain Dew that I would grab with any regularity. It's entirely possible that it will be another 10 years before I have another one. Maybe I'll make it like a decade-long thing, Mountain Dew White Out Day. But yeah, I mean, it's a citrusy soda. Of course, the whole thing is, like, Mountain Dew is a citrus soda. So, obviously, it has to be different than that. It has, I would say, something like a less complex flavor than traditional Mountain Dew does. I suppose it's a little bit, like, quote-unquote, cleaner. Just because does feel a little bit less complex, a little bit more of a simple on your palate. But the problem for me is, if they ever bring it back, it'd be interesting to try. On the one hand, there's like Mountain Dew over here. On the other hand, there's Mountain Dew Ice over here. This exists somewhere firmly in between the two. And I like Mountain Dew better than this, and I like Mountain Dew Ice better than this. So it's kind of this weird bastard child, even though I know it came out before Mountain Dew Ice. And it's like, it's there, it serves a purpose, but yeah, I don't know how popular it is. I mean, it's been popular enough to be around for a while now. But for me personally, I'm just saying, you could ditch this one and bring back Pitch Black, and I would be a very happy individual. I'm just saying. But I'm sure that there are very dedicated White Out fans. To all you folks, I will say this. I'm not in your camp, but I am not confused by your existence anymore, because I genuinely went into this thinking, oh dear God, this is going to ruin my day. That's how much I thought I wasn't going to like this. But in actuality, it's okay. It's not a Mountain. It's definitely not my favorite Mountain Dew. It may still very well be my least favorite. But I'm okay with it now. It went from like a -5 to like a 2. Which is, it's still a positive number. So, I mean, would I recommend it? Maybe you can find it. Sure, give it a shot. You might like it more than I do. I will say this. In all the years I worked at the gas station, I honestly don't think I ever saw anybody buy White Out. I'm sure some people did, but it definitely did not happen with any frequency. And I've never found anybody who has remarked at it being their favorite Mountain Dew. Ever. And typically when I bring it up, people similarly to me are like, yeah, that's kind of the worst one. So, but if it is your favorite, good on you. It's just not mine. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, tremendous rest of your year. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly pitch black-tastic rest of your life, because that's the best Mountain Dew. Oh yeah, I went there, folks. I did it. But, conversely, you know what? Have a White Out rest of your life. That sounds a little bit wrong, especially coming from a Caucasian individual like myself. But, if nothing else, even though it was a 2, it still surprised me. So, final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity to the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. Okay, it's not always a thing that you can do, folks. That's why we put try at the very beginning of that. Because you try. You make the effort. And hopefully, as time goes by, it becomes more reflexive. And you go over there and, hopefully as, you face different situations in your life, you're less and less inclined to make those assholes decisions. But still going to have those moments. Key is try to mitigate the level of assholesness in your life. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there, folks. Maybe you're going to grab yourself some Mountain Dew White Out. You're going to try it and you're going to love it. You're going to be over there and be like, hey, Brandon, I went over there and I watched your review. You're a big stupid head. I love Mountain Dew White Out. Blah, 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 blah. Folks, that's not very nice. It's not, I have feelings. I'm a human being. I mean, time I'm doing this, fucking 36 years old, my feelings have mostly eroded away, but, there's 1 or 2 of them still lingering around at this point. But to any folks who might be out there, if it's your favorite drink, I implore you folks, start a fan club, go over there, maybe it becomes a little bit too cultish later on, and, but I mean, hey, as long as things are, don't form a cult around Mountain Dew White Out. That's all I'm saying. Or conversely, do something way more practical with your time, like, go over there and write a letter to somebody that you like, right? Nobody writes letters anymore. I say that being one of the people who just will not write letters to anybody. Sorry to anybody who's ever thought that they felt like they needed or were warranted a letter from me. I apologize. I'm not that guy. It's not that I don't love you or that I don't care. I will absolutely text you, and I will text you a very long and elaborate text. I don't like to write. But maybe you do. Bye.